His Excellency the Governor, Mr. Martin Roper, Honorable Premier, Mr. G. Wayne Panton, Honorable Deputy Governor and Head of the Civil Service, Mr. Franz Manderson, Honorable Deputy Premier, Mr. Chris Saunders, Honorable Ministers of Cabinet, Honorable Attorney General, Mr. Samuel Bolgen, Parliamentary Secretaries, other elected members of Parliament, Cabinet Secretary, Financial Secretary, Chief Officer of the Portfolio of the Civil Service, Mrs. Gloria Matfield-Nixon, Chief Officers, Department Heads, President of the Cayman Islands Civil Service Association, Ms. Clara Smith, Second Vice President of the Cayman Islands Civil Service Association, Ms. Azita May Bodden, HR professionals, other senior managers, Employee of the Year nominees, CIG Employee of the Year Hall of Famers, members of the media, members of the audience. Good evening and welcome to the Deputy Governor's Employee of the Year Awards ceremony, where we will celebrate the 2021 Employee of the Year nominees and ultimately learn which of them has earned the coveted title of Employee of the Year. My name is Lauren Knight, Deputy Chief Officer of the Portfolio of the Civil Service, and tonight I am overjoyed to be your Master of Ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, as MC, my aim is to keep tonight's ceremony short and sweet. However, despite my best efforts, the show will undoubtedly last longer than the last UK Prime Minister. The Deputy Governor's Awards was first introduced in 2012 to recognize high-performing civil servants who deliver outcomes within their civil service entities or for the civil service as a whole. On behalf of the Cayman Islands Civil Service, I would like to use this opportunity to acknowledge and thank the Honorable Deputy Governor for introducing and continuing to champion this remarkable award scheme, which allows us to showcase talent and world-class performance across the civil service. Deputy Governor, your undying passion and commitment to this program is admirable, and for that, we thank you. Before we move any further into the program, I'd like to address one important housekeeping matter, and that is, if you have not already done so, please place your cell phones on silent. Now that I'm confident that we won't be distracted by beeps, dings, diddly-doo-bops, and some of those interesting reggae and K-pop ringtones, we can now formally move into tonight's program, beginning with the singing of the national anthem and national song. I kindly invite our very own Eric Nicholson to lead us in the singing of both.
Don't say your gracious King, now you are another King. God save the King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, light see a pale emerald merging to darkest blue. When my thoughts fly Godward, I'll always think of you. Till verdant islands set in blue Caribbean sea, I'm coming very soon. I'll be just out to thee. Although I wandered long, my heart enshrines thee yet. When that fair Cayman Isle, I cannot leave forget.
Thank you, Mr. Nicholson. I now invite Ms. Azita Mae Bodden, Second Vice President of the Cayman Islands Civil Service Association, to lead us in prayer.
Good evening. Let us pray. Dear God, our Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight giving you thanks for your grace, mercy, and love, and your protection over us. Lord, we thank you for His Excellency the Governor, the Deputy Governor, and the government of the Cayman Islands. Lord, we ask you to be with each of the nominees and our awardees this evening for 2021, and may we always strive to be a world-class civil servant. Lord, as we have our meal tonight, we ask you to bless our meal and let it be of use to our bodies, and may we always strive to give you thanks, for you are a mighty God. In Jesus' precious name, amen.
Thank you, Ms. Bodden. We are here tonight to honor... You may be seated. We are here tonight to honor 12 incredible employees of the month who are now vying for the prestigious title of Employee of the Year. The 12 employees ensured delivery against the CIG's 5 strategic goals, which are deliver an outstanding customer experience, develop exceptional leadership, pursue excellence in talent development, foster effective communication, and demonstrate excellence in governance practices. However, before the 12 Employee of the Month winners were selected, their nominations, of course, went up against the nominations of other exceptional candidates. These candidates, who also contributed to the noteworthy outcomes and made lives better through the performance of their duties, were awarded the second highest honor under the DG's awards scheme, namely the title of Chief Officer's Choice. These hardworking individuals are highlighted in tonight's program and are also being celebrated tonight. With that said, I kindly ask tonight's Employee of the Year nominees and the 2021 Chief Officer's Choice Award recipients to stand. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding these outstanding civil servants. Thank you. You may be seated. 2021 was an interesting year that posed many challenges, one of which was the resurgence of COVID-19 toward the end of the year. Stick a pin. I bet everyone in this room is is tired of hearing the word COVID-19. That said, you will shortly see someone going around the room with a black hat collecting donations. If we reach the $500 mark, I promise not to say COVID-19 one more time. All benefits exclusively benefit me, so get your wallets ready. Ryan, I'm talking to you specifically. Jokes aside, the challenges presented in 2021 again lent themselves to agility and inventive thinking and truly showcased the ability of civil servants to quickly pivot and deliver on the government's priorities, all with the common purpose to, say it with me, make lives better. You got it. In 2021, we also welcomed a new government and facilitated post-election organizational changes, including the establishment of completely new ministries. That said, and if you are at all observant, you may notice differences in the names of ministries as we progress through the nominee videos tonight. For this year's awards ceremony, the Employee of the Year candidates come from across the CIG, representing a number of different ministries, portfolios, and departments. 5 of tonight's nominees come from departments within the Ministry of Border Control and Labor. 2 are from the Office of the Commissioner of Police. 1 joins us from the Ministry of Home Affairs. 1 proudly represents the Ministry of Tourism. 1 cabinet office department is ecstatic to have a nominee in the running. My very own portfolio, the portfolio of the Civil Service, has 1 candidate. And last but not least, 1 nominee humbly represents the Ministry of Education. Obviously, the nominees didn't get here by accident. Rather, they got here because someone observed their stellar performance and took the time to nominate them. The top nominators were, and if you are in attendance, please stand as your name is called. Ms. Laura Watler, Workforce Opportunities and Residency Cayman, with 3 nominations. Former Acting Chief Officer of the Ministry of Home Affairs, Mr. Michael Ebanks, who submitted 2 nominations. Ms. Jessica Pollock of the Department of Commerce and Investment with 2 nominations. Royal Cayman Islands Police Service employee, Ms. Nancy Barnard, also with 2 nominations. Ladies and gentlemen, you've already done it, but again, please give a round of applause to our top nominators. Considering that I've provided you with more numbers than a government budget and more statistics than the ESO, I'm guessing you'd be appreciative of a break from me. That likely being the case, I now invite to the podium the Honorable Deputy Governor to offer his opening remarks.
Good evening, everyone. Protocol has been established, but do allow me to recognize His Excellency the Governor, or Premier, Deputy Premier, and my cabinet colleagues, and of course, the amazing civil servants who has added a few more gray hairs to my hair, and me trying to decide which one of those were the winner this evening. I have to tell you, yes, I am required to make many difficult decisions on a daily basis, but trying to decide just 1 out of 12 was a very difficult task. It took me 2 days of reading and rereading and investigating and talking to arrive, and some prayer, to arrive at the decision that I made in respect to the overall winner. Now, you attend ceremonies and you hear, everyone is a winner. And that's a bit of a sort of cliche, but I want to say to the employees of the month who are here today. You really are winners. You have won your Chief Officer's Choice. You have won the Employee of the Month. I'm sorry that only one of you can win the Employee of the Year. But reading your nominations, hearing you speak on your videos, it made me exceptionally proud to be head of the civil service, where we have so many talented civil servants. Thank you. The persons whose pictures you see here are role models within our civil service. They have set a very high standard for all of us. When they come to work, I know they make a pledge that on my watch, everything is going to go right. I'm going to go out of my way to help the customer, whether they're internal or external. I'm going to have a positive attitude. I'm going to do work that is outside of my job description. And they do it because they care. They care about their customers, the people, and they care about the government of the day. Why do we exist as a civil service? It's for one reason, and that is to serve the government of the day. We make people's lives better by implementing the policies and projects of the elected government. We need world-class civil servants to do that. We won't be world-class without our amazing civil servants. It is not laws and policies and procedures that make us world-class. It is our staff. And we are not world-class until, Premier, I'm looking at you, until the Premier walks into my office and says, DG, I have had world-class service. He hasn't done it yet, but we are going to work hard to make that happen because we are here to serve the government of the day. And we must be exceptionally proud to be able to do that. And I have seen so many amazing civil servants who go out of their way every day to do just that. I am a proud deputy governor. I am very proud because I get to work with some amazing civil servants. I move around the service and I talk to people, talk to staff, and I hear their passion. I hear their enthusiasm, and I hear their commitment. It makes me very proud. This year, I celebrated 40 years in the civil service. 40 years. I was at a function just a few days ago, and I was talking to this young lady, and I said, she's a civil servant, and I said, did you always want to be a veterinarian? And she said, well, other than being the yellow Power Ranger, yes, I really wanted to be a veterinarian. And she said, well, what did you want to do when you were 10 years old? And I said, well, I really wanted to be a garbage collector. I thought that was an amazing job, getting to move those garbage cans around. And she said, but at least you would have been a civil servant. And I said, yes. Yeah, so from age 10, I wanted to be a civil servant. Things turned out a bit differently, but I am very, very happy that I am a civil servant. If you hear me feeling proud, it's because I am. I want to, before I wind up, I want to recognize His Excellency the Governor, who will be leaving us at the end of March. Governor, I want to sincerely thank you. I want to use this medium to do it. This is by no means farewell, but I wanted to use this medium with so many civil servants here. So thank you sincerely for your leadership. You have been a great advisor to me, a great supporter. You've challenged me on many occasions. DG, this is not world class. DG, we have to fix this. DG, we have to make this better. And thank you for that, sir. Thank you for your love of Cayman. We have seen it on a daily basis. Thank you. So, Governor, if you would come up, I want to just give you a very, very small token of my appreciation for all that you have done for us in the Cayman Islands. And we are so happy you're with us for another 3 or 4 months, and we look forward to working with you during that time. So, colleagues, I want to, again, thank you all very much for coming out. It has been a great effort. I want to sincerely thank the team in POCS, Ms. Gloria McField-Nixon and her team. There's so many people that were part of this. I do want to mention Ms. Tara and Ms. Christine, who have really, really worked hard to make this happen. You will see the high quality of our videos. Everyone has been, I think we've put on a world-class event, as Ms. Lauren says. This is our Oscars. And can we ask for a better MC than Ms. Lauren? So thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Manderson, don't leave the stage yet. Can you come back, please? I have your first job of the night. I'm not kidding. I need you to come back. I like this, delegating up. DG, we all know how very important this awards program is to you and the positive effect it has on corporate culture and morale. While many ministries and portfolios make a brilliant effort to nominate staff, no ministry is more consistent, and I'm looking at you, Mr. Howell, than the Ministry of Border Control and Labor. This ministry, under its current and any former names, has consistently submitted a monthly nomination, has taken this award home year after year, and takes it home again tonight. So, Deputy Governor, I now hand over to you to present a representative or representatives, bring as many as you'd like, from the Ministry of Border Control and Labor. Please come accept your award. Thank you, Mr. Manderson. Before we begin showcasing the 2021 nominees, I now invite the Outgoing Employee of the Year, Ms. Lisa Welcome, to the podium to share remarks.
I need a stand.
There you go, you're covered.
Okay, that's not going to work. Protocol having been established, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine a shy, timid, young lady starting employment for the first time with no real work experience, but the enthusiasm to do a great job if given the opportunity. A young lady wanting to prove herself to the people of the Cayman Islands. That was me at the commencement of my civil service career. Today, I am still somewhat shy and timid, but not so very young. As a proud civil servant my desire and determination to serve the government and the people of the Cayman Islands have remained strong. Working hard came easy, as I was always taught that working hard was not an option, but a necessity. Never would I have imagined that I would be standing here tonight delivering this message as the 2019 Employee of the Year. During the 2019 award ceremony, I stood with 11 other hardworking civil servants who were all equally deserving of this award. One of the 11 was my own supervisor who had nominated me. Winning the award was very shocking and unexpected. Hearing my name being called, the hand clapping that erupted the room, followed by the standing ovation and the many pictures that were taken, felt as if I had won the Grammy Awards. Remember, I'm still shy and timid, but I was shining, the shining star of the civil service. As I look around at the well-deserving 12 employees of the month for 2021, I am happy that one of you will get to experience this same feeling. Fred Foster said, "I believe that if you work hard enough to do things the right way, recognition will come your way." As civil servants, none of us work for recognition, but do work worthy of recognition. So I implore heads of departments, managers, and all civil servants to take the time to submit nominations for this prestigious award, as there are many gems in the civil service that are hidden, like I was. I encourage you to look around at the people that you work with. Look at the contributions that they are making towards our goal of becoming a world-class civil service. Nominate them and let the world see the hard work that goes on in the Cayman Islands Civil Service. Tonight, as I step back out of the spotlight to carry on with my job and allow the new Employee of the Year to take up this mantle and shine, I ask the other 11 awardees, do not hide your light, but continue to be the shining star that you all are. I will close by saying, thanks to the Deputy Governor for selecting me. Thanks to my nominator, Mr. Joel Burke. Thanks to my ministry and Chief Officer, Ms. Teresa Echeniki. And last but by no means least, thanks to Ms. Christine Wright and Ms. Tara Bush for all the work they do with managing the Employee of the Month scheme and the Employee of the Year event and all the different events that follow the award ceremony. Thank you all, and good night.
Okay, folks, we've made it to the segment in the program where we're going to see and hear from our 2021 Employee of the Year nominees. We begin with the January Employee of the Month, Ms. Sherelle Clark from the Ministry of Education. Sherelle won under the category of Delivering an Outstanding Customer Experience. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to know our first nominee.
My name is Sherelle Clark, and I was awarded Employee of the Month for January 2021 by the Deputy Governor Franz Manderson. In 2015, I was awarded for the Chief Officer's Choice. I am the Human Resources Systems and Payroll Manager for the Ministry of Education. My sole responsibility is to ensure that each and every staff get the correct remuneration in a timely manner for approximately 1,100 employees. For me, I just have this motto, just always performing at your best, being the best version of yourself. Not only at work, but just overall in life, and that includes work.
Sherelle is innovative. She's creative in everything that she does. She wants to help. She genuinely cares about our customers, our internal customers, and our external customers. Hello, my name is Latoya Stewart. I am one of the senior HR managers at the Ministry of Education. I nominated Ms. Sherelle Clark for the DG's Employee of the Month for her dedication and commitment to the Cayman Islands Government, to the Ministry of Education. Sherelle has done many things. I think one of the things that stands out the most to me is during lockdown, not only was Sherelle committed to ensuring that the business of the Ministry of Education continued, but she also tried to find ways in which she could assist in other areas. Our ministry is large and the demands are large. And so Sherelle is accessible, she's responsive, she is available to assist anyone in any crisis at any time. I think she goes above and beyond on many occasions to ensure that persons are paid. It's the largest ministry. So if you can imagine, the demands of our ministry is huge. And she constantly ensures that she's available, whether it's by phone, whatever it is, Sherelle is there. And so Sherelle is, in my view, the employee of the year. And I believe she should be recognized as such.
I think world class, how it would look like in our ministry is just ensuring that all of our staffs, their needs are being met. And that's ensuring that we have robust policy, as well as ensuring that we have the correct systems are functioning the right way. And not only that, even though it is our job to make sure that persons get paid correctly and in a timely manner, but those things are good and everything they affect person's livelihood. But just ensuring that we meet the other aspects of their working experience here. Do they enjoy coming to work? Do they feel like they're being treated fairly? It's one thing to come in and say, yes, I get paid today, but do I actually want to come in here and do my best and provide world class? So I think that once that their pay is right, which there will always be. I mean, and some people might have different thoughts about that, but I think you step it up a notch to make it world class when their well-being is being sorted out. And I just want to thank my then line manager, Ms. Latoya Stewart, and the acting chief officer, Ms. Lynette Monteith, for actually nominating me for this award. And the reason I am saying that for is because sometimes, often when we sit there and we do a lot, we don't think that anyone sees us, anyone sees what we're doing. You might not always hear it, but management do care.
Congratulations, Sherelle. I'd also like to acknowledge our January Chief Officer's Choice recipients, Ms. Antoinette Dixon and Ms. Lise Hurlston. Ladies, if you are in attendance, kindly stand. Congratulations to Sherelle, Antoinette, and Lise. Next up is the February Employee of the Month, Ms. Loretta Mack of the Portfolio of the Civil Service. Loretta won under the category of delivering an outstanding customer experience. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear a bit about what Ms. Mack did to earn her a place in the finals tonight.
My name is Loretta Mack. I work for the Portfolio of the Civil Service. I was first chosen by our Chief Officer, Ms. Gloria Macfield-Nixon, for the Chief Officer Award. I was then selected by Deputy Governor Mr. Manderson for Employee of the Month for February 2021.
My name is Gloria Macfield-Nixon, Chief Officer for the Portfolio of the Civil Service. Loretta Mack was my Chief Officer's choice because of the amazing customer service that she delivers each and every single day. She's a consummate professional who goes above and beyond for her clients. She makes sure that I have the management reports that I need like clockwork, and she brings her passion to work. We love her, she loves our customers, and I think she's going to be an amazing Employee of the Year. Fingers crossed.
In the Portfolio Civil Service, I work on the data team. We make sure all employees are set up in our system. We do payroll processing. We do data analytics. We ensure that all of our employees and their dependents have cynical coverage, and all of our employees are covered for pension. There was an honorarium given to employees during COVID-19. We had to put in honorariums for over 4,000 employees. I was able to upload all of those for all of our employees before payroll cut off. The honorarium was additional to all the other payroll stuff that we had going on during that month. So we also had our normal payroll duties that had to be done, including that. I did that at home with 4 kids, so it had its challenging times, but you know, I was able to always get it done. I was at a doctor's appointment one day and I went for a dental cleaning and a senior HR manager called and she needed advice on something. And when she called and I saw it was her, you know, I said to the dentist that they needed to stop until I was finished giving the advice. She actually did write an email thanking me for that. So, you know, so I do like to help my people. It doesn't matter where I am, whether I'm sick, on vacation, at a dentist appointment, like if I can stop to help, I'm going to stop and help. I mean, even late at night, if I just have to hear my phone ding and I'm gonna get up and look at that email, and if it's something that I can action, then I'm gonna do it. I think just getting it done now, it can benefit them sooner than later. I have kids, so I know, like, school, like making sure there's food in their homes, bills are paid, and just so that people can live, just have the necessities. So it is important for me to, when I'm doing payroll, to make sure that everything is done right and in time for all cutoffs, because I wouldn't want to know that an employee didn't get paid and it was our fault, because I wouldn't want to affect anything that they have going on that's them bettering themselves or their families.
I think we've spotted the Loretta Mac table. There are a lot of little Lorettas over there. Let's also take a moment to recognize the February Chief Officer's Choice recipients, Miss Brianna Ebanks and Miss Charmaine Dalhouse Morgan. Ladies, please stand if you are in attendance. Congratulations, Loretta, Brianna, and Charmaine. Moving right along, our March nominee is Mr. Lenford Wilkes, a video production specialist with the Department of Communications, formerly known as Government Information Services. Mr. Wilkes won under the category of delivering an outstanding customer experience. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to know our March nominee.
My name is Lenford Wilkes. I'm a video production specialist for Department of Communications. I was hired as a video production specialist. However, for the last 2 years, I've been working as a broadcast engineer. And in that capacity, we've been requested on a number of occasions by Parliament to do some immediate work on Parliament's side when equipment failed and when things go down. We pretty much just get up and run and try to get things done.
I am Samuel Rose, Cabinet Secretary, and I'm here today to tell you about Lenford Wilkes from the Department of Communications and his amazing work as our Chief Officer's Choice Award selectee. Lenford works for CIGTV. He's not someone that you would often see or recognize because he's usually behind the camera, or more importantly, in the control room. In fact, Lenford has the very challenging task of ensuring that the tremendous demands that we now have of our video unit are met. He's the one that we call upon for his technical expertise in all of the productions that come out of SIG-TV. So whenever you watch a YouTube or a live stream, just know that the magic behind all of it comes down to Lenford's care and commitment to his work. And that is why Lenford is the Chief Officer's Choice Award recipient for the Cabinet Office portfolio.
When you have a great supervisor who allows you to shine where you're best able to, even if it's outside your job description, he saw that that's where I'm best in the department. If it wasn't for my supervisor, Stefan Johnson, I actually wouldn't have been nominated. Some of the memorable moments that I and the team that I work with, COVID press briefings. We were one of the few teams that worked 7 days a week, 12 hours for the day for about 3 months straight, doing the press briefings and making sure that it all goes out. No matter what challenges that the government threw at us to try and get the word out, get the information out, we always delivered. That's what makes us who we are. But the most memorable thing that we were able to do for our country is to facilitate the multi-location broadcast of the death of our only living national hero. To be able to give her the send-off worthy of a national hero was the most memorable thing I think our team has done for our country. Watching the Queen's burial brought me even more pride when I remember when we facilitated the broadcast from the chapel, the drive from the chapel to the church, the walk from the church service, the walk from the church service to Hero Square, and the production at the Hero Square. There was a lot of things that has never been done in the Cayman Islands before that was put together to make sure that that happened, because I don't think we'll ever have a living national hero again. And this being her being the first national living hero that we've ever had, and the only so far, I think it was very important to give her that level of send-off and to see that it mirrored pretty much what the UK gave the Queen. It made it feel even more special for me.
Let us also take a moment to recognize the March Chief Officer's Choice recipients, Mr. Thomas Wood and Ms. Shanette Rankin. Thomas and Shanette, if you're in the audience, grateful if you would please stand and make yourselves known. Congratulations to Lenford, Thomas, and Shanette. It is now time for us to highlight our first moment of magic. DG, I'd be grateful if you could join me on stage to make the presentation. Tonight's first Moment of Magic Award is being made to the Ministry of Border Control and Labor under the category of delivering an outstanding customer experience. In putting forward this team for the Moment of Magic Award, it was said that they made the impossible possible. With the resurgence of COVID-19 in 2021, the HR team within the ministry was tasked with growing the staff complement at Travel Cayman, the unit created during the pandemic with specific responsibility for overseeing inbound travel processes to ensure the safety of residents, visitors, and our community as a whole. Under normal circumstances, recruitment is pretty straightforward. However, hiring became extremely challenging during the pandemic, and this is where the ministry's HR team had to rise to the occasion and think outside the box. Travel Cayman, which started with 12 Cayman Islands Regiment officers, morphed over time and required additional resources to ensure program success. The team of HR professionals at the Ministry of Border Control and Labor, namely Sharon Seals, Allison Minas Phillips, Brittany Miller, and Brianna Ebanks, pulled together, doing all that was necessary to build the staff complement from 12 to over 125. The HR team was at times tasked on short notice with hiring up to 30 people in one go. Despite the enormity of the task, they got it done. The team facilitated a smooth process that sometimes resembled a factory assembly line, with candidates lined up at the door with passports and police clearance certificates. When necessary, the HR team broke through silos and solicited the help of the Deputy Governor's Office, POCS, the records office at the RCIPS, and of course, the existing staff at Travel Cayman. This coming together, utilization of out-of-the-box thinking, and good old-fashioned hard work made the impossible possible. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming the first Moments of Magic team, including their chief officer, to the stage to receive their award. Congratulations to the Ministry of Border Control and Labor. Continuing on with the Employee of the Month nominees, next up we have Mr. Michael Ebanks from the Ministry of, take a guess, Border Control and Labor. Michael won the Employee of the Month award in April for delivering an outstanding customer experience. Let's now turn our attention to the screens to learn about Michael and the contributions that got him here tonight.
My name is Michael Ebanks. I was selected by Mr. Wesley Howell as the Chief Officer's Choice and chosen by the Deputy Governor Franz Manderson as the Cayman Islands Government Employee of the Month for April 2021.
I'm Wes Howell, the Chief Officer for the Ministry of Border Control and Labor. I was excited to have recognized and selected Michael Ebanks as my Chief Officer's Choice for work in the area of customer service. As a young man, brand new to the department, he displayed a tremendous amount of courage and professionalism, creativity and innovation. He took it upon himself to introduce QR codes to forms and business cards, making life a whole lot easier, not just for our external customers, but our internal department team members as well. That is sort of initiative that makes the Cayman Islands government what it is, why we can do so much with the people that we have, and why our customer service is some of the best in the world. So I'm really happy to have selected Michael for his customer service initiatives.
I was on lunch one day after picking up my lunch, and I saw one of my friends from high school, and we stopped chat, but I didn't have much time because I had to go back to the office. After talking with him, my coworker was saying, hey, we have to go. And I was like, man, I wish I had a card or something that I can give you so that you can basically catch up with me, got my number and all of that, rather than giving a card. The department needed some business cards. So I was saying to myself, how can we get all of these things done? And we need a business card, people need information, and we're in a time where we can't move whenever and wherever we want. So I just basically went on the net and tried to find solutions. The idea just popped into my head. Why don't we have something that you can easily not just give, but you can have access to the information? And I think at that point in time, it provided customers with the satisfaction that they were able to access the information timely and with ease. So yes, I do think that it increased satisfaction. You can actually see the impact that you're having on people's lives. When people come in and you teach them how to do certain things and they actually do it, and you see and they see, which is the most important thing, the benefits of that. That is the greatest thing.
As we've been doing throughout the night, let's also take time to recognize the Chief Officer's Choice awardees for April. Ladies, kindly stand as I call your names. POCS's very own Donna K. Smith, Miss Chelsea Blake, and Cassandra Bennett. You may be seated. Congratulations to Michael, Donna K., Chelsea, and Cassandra. Our May Employee of the Month comes from the Office of the Commissioner of Police. Inspector Denise Anderson won the Employee of the Month award for developing exceptional leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to know our 5th nominee.
I am Denise Anderson, Inspector, Royal Cayman Islands Police Service. I work with the Office of the Commissioner of Police. My role currently is Crime and Performance Management.
I am very pleased to introduce Inspector Denise Anderson, a serving officer with the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service and proud recipient of the Cayman Islands Government Award for Employee of the Month, May 2022. Inspector Anderson was recently promoted in recognition of her leadership abilities and potential in the service. When thousands of our records were destroyed by fire and the offices were forced to close and relocate, and this resulted in business disruption and a time-critical backlog for the issue of police clearance certificates. Recognising the risks, Inspector Anderson sprung into action to deliver an effective business continuity plan. Temporary premises were quickly identified, the ICT infrastructure was built almost overnight, teams were assembled and worked long hours daily, including over weekends, to get the business centre back up and running and the backlog cleared. During this whole process, Inspector Anderson was fully engaged and highly motivated, delivering strong, visible, tangible, and inspirational leadership to her team. She is a hugely deserving recipient of the Cayman Islands Government Employee of the Month Award for May 2022.
I was nominated for exceptional leadership because the Criminal Records Office was arsoned at that point, and a lot of records, well over 2,000 plus records, were actually lost in that. And that would have impacted people getting renewals, getting jobs, even getting visas, etc., to leave the island. So it would have an impact on the community itself, and through no fault of their own. So I was given that project to take on because I was formerly the head of Criminal Records Office as well. And during that time, I had a team of 6, and we produced well over 2,000 plus records in 4 weeks. For me, it was about actually encouraging, actually motivating the staff. And as a leader, I think you have to be able to motivate staff, and they then will come with you. So you, as the leader, has to set the standards, and then you will have people follow you. You shouldn't have to force somebody to follow you. It should be that they want to follow you because you've set a standard that is expected and it's in line with the organizational codes of conduct, and everybody will follow. How it makes lives better is based on the information, the accuracy of the information that is collected and put into the system. It allows the strategic management team to actually analyze the information and see whether or not they need more resources, where they need to deploy their resources in order to keep the Cayman Islands safe. I enjoy most things about my job because I am one of these people who like a challenging role. So for me, every day is never the same. There's always something that is required. So looking after the database, ensuring that I provide guidance to new officers, especially because those are the future of the organization. So molding them from an early age, guiding them through investigation, guiding them through things that they've missed out, and say to them, all right, have you thought about this? You need to go back and do this. These are the reasons. So it's just basically looking at the new officers coming in, and it gives you a sense of pride when you know that you were part of their training, and to see what they become at the end of it.
The Chief Officer's Choice recipients for May, who we wish to shine some light on as well, are Carolyn Parsons, Shondell Bodden, and Anita Veach Lee. Please stand. Congratulations to Denise, Carolyn, Shondell, and Anita. Next up is the June 2021 Employee of the Month recipient, Miss Erica Bodden from the Ministry of Border Control and Labor. Ms. Bodden won her award for developing exceptional leadership. Let's learn a bit about the attributes and performance that got Erica recognized as Employee of the Month.
My name is Erica Bodden. I work for Cayman Islands Customs and Border Control, and I'm an acting supervisory officer. I think a leader is a person that tries to encourage and motivate persons to be better. You have to be able to display a certain behavior in order for people to follow you and trust you.
It is my absolute pleasure to have selected Erica Bodden as the Chief Officer's choice for her exceptional leadership. Erica is an up-and-coming leader. She is very professional, very capable, very focused on security and customer service. She does bring out the best in her officers. They collectively work 18, 20-hour days as they go about securing the borders, stopping people that shouldn't be coming in, bad persons, and things that should not be imported. Because of them, we can sleep better at night, knowing that they're doing their jobs very diligently, and not just with high security, but with high customer service, which is exceptional.
So I do like briefings. I do one-on-one talks. If I see that somebody may be having a shortfall, I'll go to them and say, hey, maybe try this, do this, come and see me. We can go through the regulations, the laws, the policies. I try to guide them, provide experiences that I've been through because I'm coming from a junior as well. So I kind of know basically what climbing the ladder feels like. I love the job of helping people, treating them with the utmost of respect and always dignifying them. Finding the balance of law enforcement and providing a personal experience to the persons who live and visit these beautiful islands. I love working along with others. I enjoy the diverse mindset that persons share, their viewpoint and diverse thinking. I love the fact that no 2 days are alike. It's always new things to learn, people to meet, and opportunities to do things, if not better, to share my experiences. World class for CBC looks like being professional, even when you don't feel like doing anything. A person should be able to look at us and see the alertness and eagerness to assist, yet firm and fair demeanor. My department displays a readiness for the task ahead, the aptitude to represent the community's interests locally and internationally. That, by reason of my performance, we continue to demonstrate that whatever we do or say, it is autographed with excellence. My department believes that each personal contact is a reminder that we can love people, dignify them, correct them, and report them in the name of humankind.
Similar to May, there were 3 Chief Officers' Choice awardees in June: Melissa Worms, Raquel James Wise, and Turnette Moyse. Ladies, please stand if you're here tonight. Congratulations, Erica, Melissa, Raquel, and Turnette. At this time, I'd like to recognize our second moment of magic. DG, please join me on the stage to make the second presentation. The winner of the second Moments of Magic Award is the Civil Service College. This win actually represents a double win, as the college is being recognized for the remarkable work done to roll out LinkedIn Learning, as well as their vision in developing and implementing the Young Leaders Award. Many civil servants recognize the importance of learning and development on our shared journey to building a world-class civil service. However, there can be practical barriers to finding and accessing the right learning opportunities at the right time. With work demands, busy personal schedules, and being spread across different geographical locations, some found it difficult to access the learning and development they needed. The Civil Service College recognized that to be truly customer-centric, they had to find learning solutions that allowed civil servants to access high-quality learning and development in a range of different ways. In May of 2021, the team launched LinkedIn Learning, an award-winning learning platform that provided access to a wide variety of courses, many of which are directly connected to our core competencies. Since last year's launch, civil servants have completed over 11,000 courses and 200,000 learning videos. I think that deserves a round of applause. This program perfectly supports the CIG's delivery against the strategic pillar, pursuing excellence in talent development. By providing easier access to quality learning and development, the Civil Service College is helping to equip fellow civil servants to make the lives of those we serve better. The core project team comprised of Monique Malcolm, Joanna Bond, and Graham Jackson. However, the massive success of the program was also driven by the dedicated support of their HR partners and learning champions throughout the civil service. The second part of CSC's Double Moments of Magic win was their work to introduce the Young Leaders Award. The Civil Service College is no stranger to bringing education and new skills to those who need it most. Empowering leaders to develop themselves is a core element of what the Civil Service College is about. To encourage more people to take up management and leadership as a career, the Civil Service College sponsored a pilot program aimed at senior secondary school pupils as an extracurricular activity. 26 students have now successfully completed the ILM Level 2 Award in Youth Leadership. The CSC's Leadership and Management Training Facility, Marie Pride, working in partnership with Clifton Hunter High School teachers Christine Virgo and Deborah Holgate, ran the program. Its aim was to develop the students' leadership abilities through the formally accredited Young Leaders Award program. The Level 2 award is accredited by ILM City and Guilds. Ms. Pride's vision for this program and the students involved was to scaffold leadership skills and opportunities for Cayman's youth through learning and empowerment, all while reinforcing the values of the Cayman Islands government. The core project team comprised of Marie Pride, Graham Jackson, Christine Virgo, and Deborah Holgate, with guidance and support from the full CSC team. I now invite the CSC team, along with their chief officer, to the stage to accept their Moments of Magic Award. Congratulations to the Civil Service College team. Okay, folks, we're halfway through our 2021 Employee of the Year nominees. Next up, we have Ms. Kim Berry from the Ministry of Tourism, who was the July Employee of the Month. Ms. Berry earned her spot in tonight's Top 12 by helping to develop exceptional leadership. Let's hear what Ms. Berry and her colleagues have to say about her contributions to the civil service.
I'm Kim Berry, Accounts Payable Supervisor at the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism, and I was honored to be nominated and selected by Chief Officer Strand Bodden and Deputy Governor Franz Manderson for Employee of the Month, July 2021. I was nominated by Christina Smith, my colleague in the Department of Tourism, under the strategic goal of leadership as part of my work on the Displaced Tourism Stipend Program. Over 4,000 displaced tourism workers in the Cayman Islands. And part of that process was interviewing, reviewing documents, speaking with applicants, speaking with businesses to ensure that these individuals could be assisted during this crisis that we were all facing, a very difficult time. We worked very hard to ensure that we could meet deadlines, ensure payments were processed timely, so that we could assist these people and assist the people of the Cayman Islands.
Kim Berry exemplified the skills and the qualities that I felt needed to be appreciated and shared with the civil service. Her approach was to handle this meticulous, consistent, and her willingness to go above and beyond with the countless hours that we dedicated to this program really showed her ability to lead by example. The tough decisions she had to make to hold herself and hold others accountable exemplified public service values.
Working on the tourism stipend program allowed me and my team members at the Department of Tourism to collaborate with other government departments. We had no visitors coming in, but there was still a lot of work to be done and a lot of people to help. Late nights, weekends, and we were, accomplishing this remotely because we weren't in the office, so we weren't in the normal setting where we were, right next to each other and could see each other. We were doing this remotely, and it was very satisfying to know that we could achieve all that we did outside of the normal working environment or the working environment that we weren't used to. People were out of work. People needed money with, general expenses, paying their rent, just paying their, light bill and water bill and, surviving. I believe the applicants truly appreciated that. The team did a great job in supporting me, and it was honestly my privilege to lead such a great team and, everybody that worked so hard on the program.
July also saw one employee receive the Chief Officer's Choice Award, and I would like to recognize her now. Natasha Ewers, please stand. Okay, I guess Miss Natasha's not here. Congratulations, Kim and Natasha. The August Employee of the Month winner, Miss Ileana Marin, is also an employee of the Ministry of Border Control and Labor. Ms. Marin won the coveted EOM title for delivering an outstanding customer experience. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to know our 8th nominee.
Hi, my name is Ileana Marin, and I currently work as an administrator for the Department of Work. So I'm an administrator for the Department of Work, and I make decisions on work permit applications.
Hi, I'm Wes Hubble, the Chief Officer in the Ministry of Border Control and Labor, and it's my pleasure to talk about my choices for Chief Officer's Choice for 2021. She's an administrator. She does fantastic work, team effort. She's fair. She is professional, delivers excellent customer service, and makes sound decisions. She's one of the persons that her coworkers think of her as always outstanding, always willing to help, always ready to make it happen. It's an absolute pleasure to be able to recognize that sort of effort within a very busy department. Oftentimes, the decision makers have to make tough calls, and we can rely on her to use her judgment professionally, very fair, and open.
I've been a civil servant for almost 15 years, and I really enjoy everything about my job. I know that sounds cliche, but the most satisfying part is assisting customers with fulfilling recruitment needs. I'm aware the decisions that I make have the ability to positively impact business owners and Caymanians seeking employment. Each decision that I make, I try my best to make sure it is in the best interest of the community and all stakeholders involved, whether that's a business owner or a Caymanian who applied for a position. What drives my performance is that I have a passion for my job, and I really enjoy working with my colleagues, my supervisors, and of course, our clients. I understand that my job is crucial to the work department, and that helps to keep me consistently motivated to do my best. Our purpose directly supports the Deputy Governor Frans Manderson's vision of a world-class civil service. And while we're on this journey here at work, our purpose is to drive social and economic prosperity for Caymanians. And that's what we're working towards.
In addition to Ms. Marin's win, the month of August also saw one employee receive the Chief Officer's Choice Award, and I would like to recognize her now. Jody Ann Moore, please stand. Congratulations, Ileana and Jody Ann. In back-to-back Employee of the Month victories, the September Employee of the Month also comes from the Ministry of Border Control and Labor. She is Estina Hamill, and she won under the category of Demonstrating Excellence in Governance Practices. Let's once again turn our attention to the screens where we will meet our 9th nominee.
My name is Estina Hamill. I work for the Cayman Islands Customs and Border Control. I enjoy my job because I get the opportunity to aid in the stability and prosperity of the islands through the duties I perform at Customs and Border Control. We make lives better because we provide a pleasant welcome to our visitors here on vacation whilst welcoming home our residents. I also play a part in keeping out undesirables and protecting our communities.
Bruce Smith. I'm Senior Deputy Director, Cayman Islands Customs and Border Control Service. Estina has proven to be extremely vigilant at the borders. Working here at the Win Roberts International Airport, working the CBC front lines at passport control, she has demonstrated great skill, people skill, but also the ability to detect through nonverbal communication, detect persons who should not be here and persons who should not be landed upon arrival. CBC was one of the premier agencies at the front line during the COVID pandemic. We worked along with our public health partners, and the actions of Estina and the actions of the team contributed to the overall public health and welfare of the Cayman Islands at the time.
I was nominated because I intercepted a positive COVID passenger. At that time, our community was over a year COVID-free. My first instinct was to ensure that it was actually a positive result and to isolate the passenger from everyone else around her. Because it was a full flight, and in order to not create panic, I immediately told my supervisor, who then called Health Services Authority. When HSA arrived, the first thing they did was to isolate the passenger and also the person she was traveling with. In this particular instance, there was just something off with them. The guy that she was traveling with, he was negative. He was the one who was handing in the passport, speaking for her. You know, she couldn't understand what I was saying. Every time that I asked her a question, he would answer, or she would ask him to repeat. So in the process of doing that, basically, I saw the positive passion. I strive for excellence, being the best version of what you expect from a Customs and Border Control officer. I feel that I have a responsibility to the people of the Cayman Islands to provide them with excellence.
In addition to Ms. Hamill's win, we also had one Chief Officer's Choice awardee in September, Ms. Tatiana Hutchinson. Ms. Hutchinson, if you're in attendance, kindly stand. Congratulations, Estina and Tatiana. Okay, folks, we're moving through the program at about the same pace that Northern Ireland is moving toward its next general election. Now it's time for our third moment of magic. DG, please join me on the stage once again. I still hear people laughing. Y'all like that one? I know, it's okay. We're amongst friends. The winners of the third Moment of Magic Award are John Gray High School, led by Principal John Clark, Lehman Scott High School, led by Principal Devon Bowen, and the Lighthouse School, led by Principal Janice Headley. These three schools are being recognized for enhancing or maintaining high educational standards, even in the face of numerous challenges presented by the global pandemic. In 2021, the leadership at both John Gray and Lehman Scott High Schools took their inspection ratings from satisfactory to good, while the Lighthouse School, which was the first government school to achieve an inspection rating of good, successfully maintained their rating. Allow me to provide some context so that you can better appreciate the significance of this achievement. The pandemic caused major disruption to the education sector, taking a substantial toll on students' academic progress. The length of school closures around the world varied significantly, with the longest closures lasting more than a year and a half. Globally, students are on average 8 months behind where they should have been had the pandemic not happened. In our region, students are on average behind in their learning by about 12 months. Despite the obstacles presented by COVID-19, schools in Cayman were able to respond quickly, safely reopening for in-person learning while ensuring resilience for future disruptions. Schools managed re-enrollment, encouraging students, families, and teachers to re-engage with learning in effective learning environments. They supported students as they recovered from the academic and emotional impacts of the pandemic, and they recommitted to providing quality education for every child, doubling down on the fundamentals of educational excellence and innovating to adapt. Despite the gargantuan impediments faced by educators, as independently assessed, the leadership at John Gray and Lehman Scott High Schools still managed to take their schools from satisfactory to good, and the Lighthouse School managed to maintain their good rating. And for that, they are being recognized for producing a moment of magic and building the future of the Cayman Islands. I now invite to the stage the Acting Chief Officer of the Ministry of Education, along with the principals of the winning schools, to collect their awards. Congratulations to the principals, leadership teams, and staff for making these exceptional outcomes possible. Now, on to tonight's 10th nominee, who is none other than Mr. Hugh Bush, a leading seaman from the Office of the Commissioner of Police. Mr. Bush won under the category of delivering an outstanding customer experience, and I'm made to understand that his Employee of the Month presentation was one of the most touching, as his sisters and now late mother were in attendance. Let's have a look at Mr. Bush's video and hear how he's worked to make lives better.
I am leading seaman Hugh Bush of the Cayman Islands Coast Guard. I have some 40-odd years service with the Cayman Islands government as a civil servant. Those years were spent between Public Works Department, 37 years with the Police Department, and now I'm presently with the Cayman Islands Coast Guard. In the Coast Guard, my job is primarily to take and train and bring the young recruits up to a specific standard so they can be signed off to operate different classes of vessels and different types of operations.
I am very pleased to introduce Leading Seaman Hugh Bush, a serving officer with Cayman Islands Coast Guard. Leading Seaman Bush is a highly skilled boat captain and seafarer, and his career history has seen him involved in numerous marine operations over the years, protecting our borders, search and rescue, and criminal interdiction in our territorial waters. What is striking about Leading Seaman Bush is his very high level of commitment and motivation, which have not waned over the years. This is truly remarkable. In his current role as leading seaman and boat captain, he is directly involved in training, mentoring, and developing our young Coast Guard officers, where he is highly respected for his leadership skills, imparting his knowledge to develop younger officers. Leading Seaman Hugh Bush is an inspirational, multi-generational leader who continues to provide exemplary service to Cayman Islands government and the communities of the Cayman Islands.
The rescue that I was awarded for was conducted using our largest vessel, which is the Cayman Guardian, a 65-foot patrol boat. And I had a crew of, I think it was 6 young recruits. And that was in age groups from early 20s to maybe late 20s. I might have had someone there 30 years old, I doubt it. And some of the recruits had experience with their boats, their personal boats, small boats. But to get on the ocean in a 65-footer in relatively rough seas and perform the way they performed for the amount of hours that we were out there, they did exceptionally well. I think having a good, strong, robust Coast Guard will make lives for people in the Cayman Islands much better in one, protecting our borders, preventing the inflow of drugs and illegal guns into our country. Also, people that work and play on the water will have a lot more confidence in going out there and doing what they enjoy, knowing that if there's a difficulty, they can call and get a timely response from an excellent Coast Guard unit.
In October, we also celebrated 3 Chief Officers' Choice recipients: Wanda McField Archer, Kara Connor, and Jose Chavez. Wanda, Kara, and Jose, if you're in attendance, kindly stand. Congratulations to Hugh and the October Chief Officers' Choice recipients. Ladies and gentlemen, only 2 nominees to go. Our November nominee is Ms. Casey Mobley, a Senior Policy Analyst with the Ministry of Home Affairs. Ms. Mobley won Employee of the Month under the category of delivering an outstanding customer experience. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to know our 11th nominee.
My name is Casey Mobley. I am the Senior Policy Analyst in the Ministry of Home Affairs. I was selected by the Deputy Governor in November 2021 for Employee of the Month. To be selected was an extreme privilege, an extreme honor, and one that I'm very humbled by. I absolutely love Home Affairs. It is certainly a challenging and complex ministry. It requires a lot of work, but I would say that my job and policy within Home Affairs is definitely more than a job to me, something that I love. It's something that I'm passionate about, that I find purpose in. And it's really about making the lives of the people that we serve better.
My name is Julian Lewis. I'm the Acting Chief Officer for the Ministry of Home Affairs. Casey Mobley was selected as the Chief Officer's choice because as an individual, she demonstrates all of the key values that the Cayman Islands Civil Service wants. Casey has been able to bring together our senior management team, our key stakeholders, and help the ministry develop better relationships going forward, especially with the department heads and the boards, just to mention a few.
I guess the crux of Home Affairs is really public safety. When you're thinking about world class in Home Affairs, you're really looking at people that are willing to put their lives on the line to help keep other people safer, but they want to do that in a way that is most effective. And that's what I love about policy, is that policy is about trying to help create the most effective solutions, the solutions that are going to be the most impactful. It's really the backbone to our country being successful. So if you want any other part of our society to function, you first need to have your public safety in order. You need to know that when people are going to sleep at night, that they're safe. Tourism can't be effective. It's not going to attract people if the country is not safe. I first joined Home Affairs as an intern 10 years ago. So really, I was raised in Home Affairs, and a current selection of people and leaders in the ministry right now that were also raised in Home Affairs. So our former acting chief officer, Mike Ebanks, who nominated me for the award, our current acting chief officer, Julian Lewis, our acting deputy chief officer, these are all people who are really passionate about our ministry. They're passionate about the work that we do. In many ways, we kind of eat, sleep, and breathe Home Affairs because we understand how important it is. So I feel very honored just to even be a part of that team, part of that group of people who are so committed to making our country better, who are so committed to making the lives of our employees better. We know that Home Affairs has some long-standing and entrenched complicated issues, but we're very excited about trying to solve those.
In November, we had 5 Chief Officer's Choice recipients. If you are in attendance, kindly stand as I call your name. They were Sharon Seals, Whitney Quiros, Gary Hendricks Dominguez, Vivencio Dumoran, and Marcia Davis. Congratulations to Casey and the November Chief Officer's Choice recipients. Last but certainly not least, the December Employee of the Month winner, like many of tonight's nominees, comes from the Ministry of nailed it, Border Control and Labor. Miss Olsey Jackson is an accounts officer, and she won the December award for delivering an outstanding customer experience. Let's now turn to the screens to learn a bit about our final nominee.
My name is Olsey Jackson. I work with the Department of Work. I was the recipient for the Employee of the Month 2021 December. I was awarded the Chief Officer's Award and the Deputy Governor's Award, along with the Employee of the Year Award for the Department of Work. I did quite a bit, I would say quite a bit of things. I worked outside of my job description, mainly. Also, taking on a few different responsibilities, assisting where necessary, for other sections, but mainly increasing the volume of my duties.
Olsey has become a valuable member of staff, learning new skills and business processes to ensure and contribute to the success of the finance team. She regularly assists in areas outside her normal duties while still maintaining an efficient, effective output level on the tasks assigned to her. Olsey has grown in her understanding and knowledge of many of our business processes and functions and how her role affects the department as a whole. She is always eager to learn new skills and assist wherever and whenever she is required.
I also was awarded by the Deputy Governors based on my responsibilities to do checks, searches, ensuring that persons that have applied for naturalization does not owe the department fees, nor do they have adverse info on them, such as any criminal activities of any sort. Having processed those requests for searches, my need to do the vetting of these applications secures the decisions made by the Deputy Governor, allowing him to make his recommendations and also completing those applications in a timely manner before that year end. And by doing this task and allowing Mr. Madison to process those 279 persons, they were then allowed to become British Overseas Territory citizens by the end of 2021. Having completed that task for the Deputy Governor's office, I was really grateful to know that Mr. Madison took 5 minutes of his time and acknowledged my hard work. Very much appreciative. Something that we all know that the Deputy Governor tends to be quite busy, and just taking that 5 minutes to appreciate my hard work meant a whole lot to me. Having been nominated and awarded these awards speaks volume of how much pride I take and put into my work. Having a great team also speaks volume, because without my team, I don't think none of this would be possible as well. And when considering customers' experience, I consider not only external customers, but internal customers. And I try to remember 3 things: patience, a good attitude, and always delivering that service.
Olsey is also joined by 1 Chief Officer's Choice recipient, Miss Jada Dixon. Jada, if you're here, kindly stand. Congratulations to Olsey and Jada. Okay, folks, that concludes the nominee summaries, which means we are inching ever closer to knowing which of them will be our next Employee of the Year. How exciting and what an honor. indulge me for a little longer by allowing me to elaborate on just how big of an honor this is. This is the 9th year of the DG's Employee of the Year Awards program, which means out of a current staff complement of approximately 4,500 employees, only 108 have the privilege of wearing the Employee of the Month pin, and only 8 hold the Employee of the Year title. Those 8 Employee of the Year Hall of Famers will, in a few minutes, be joined by the program's 9th winner. But before we get to the big announcement, we have one more moment of magic, DG. Grateful if you could join me on stage once again. Tonight's 4th Moment of Magic winner goes to the HR team within the portfolio of the Civil Service for pursuing excellence in talent development by launching the careers.gov.ky recruitment portal, helping to showcase the CIG as the employer of choice. The CIG is the largest employer in the Cayman Islands with more than 4,500 employees working to make the lives of those we serve better. With over 1,000 unique roles across 90 agencies, the civil service offers a great opportunity for individuals to grow throughout their career. In 2021, the project team consulted closely with stakeholders and internal champions to launch the new Civil Service Careers Portal. In addition to the insights of HR, communications, IT, cybersecurity, and data protection professionals within the CIG, the team worked closely with new partners such as district librarians and representatives at the Department of Work to create support systems that allowed the new careers portal to be accessible to persons across the Cayman Islands and beyond. In the end, the HR data team delivered a cutting-edge portal that modernizes and simplifies ways of accessing careers within the civil service. In the first 8 months since the launch of the careers portal in February 2022, over 12,000 people have registered on the portal. This equates to almost 3 times as many persons expressing interest in joining the civil service than we currently employ. On top of this, the average customer feedback rating is 8.6 out of 10, making the portal highly popular as CIG's new recruitment tool. POCS's data team is led by Joe Richards and includes one of tonight's Employee of the Year nominees, Ms. Loretta Mack. I now invite the Chief Officer of the Portfolio of the Civil Service and the HR data team to the stage to collect their award. Congratulations. Our final video of the evening showcases the first and last employees of the year as they discuss the awards program with the Deputy Governor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear what Nicholas, Lisa, and the DG have to say about the incredible program that brought us all together in this room tonight.
All right, and the Deputy Governor's Employee of the Year award goes to Nicholas McLean.
As the first Employee of the Year award recipient, I did not know what to expect. No one else really knew what to expect. It was very obviously early on. Over the years, I've seen this award scheme grow. The first ceremony, we had a few civil servants, mostly Employee of the Month recipients at that time, attended by a few politicians at the time as well. Because it has gained so much traction over the years, I believe it's something that civil servants look forward to. It's been much celebrated across the civil service. The Honorable Deputy Governor did a great job in promoting this award scheme, making sure that we celebrate our victories in our service, making the lives better of those who we serve.
One of the things that I wanted to ensure was that we could improve the public's perception of the civil service. Sometimes persons have a very negative view of the civil service, and I wanted to change that. And what has always amazed me throughout my 40 years of service has been the civil servants that I come in contact with every day who inspire me. I see their drive, their motivation, their commitment to service, their commitment to Cayman, to commitment to the people. You know, no one joins the civil service to become rich. I wanted the public to see that we have some amazing persons working in our civil service who make them proud, who show up every day to serve the country and to make their lives better. They go above and beyond the call of duty. They will go out of their way to exceed their expectations. The public doesn't have an option. If they don't like the service at a bank, they go somewhere else. If you don't like the service at the passport office, there's nowhere else to go. We want to make sure that we are providing the very best service that we can provide.
I was able to serve so many of our seamen who went to sea and who contributed and built this country, and I built relationships with those persons. And to this day, even though I no longer manage the benefits, I still see them, I still encounter with them. They still call me on occasions, and when I see their family members, I still ask about them. So being a civil servant just doesn't stop at your desk. We're caring people. We are loyal and dedicated and want to be here. I was quite young when I joined the civil service. I've grown up in the civil service. There's so many departments and ministries that you can work in. You can be a cook and work for the government. You can be a lawyer and work for the government. For me, it was about serving the people, my people. And I really wanted to do this. I think if you're a civil servant and a long-standing civil servant, this is where you want to be. Being a service to people, the government, is what makes you happy.
We're getting a record number of nominations. Sometimes it takes me 2 or 3 reads of the nomination forms to come up with one winner because we have so many amazing civil servants working with us. I will never forget giving an award to Hugh Bush, a person who risked his life as the Coast Guard. And at the end of that ceremony, which was attended by his family, his mother, it was a very special and touching ceremony. I think it was his mom's birthday on that day. So it was very, very special. And he came up to me and he said, DG, this is the first time in my 37 years that I have been given an award. And that has stayed with me. It drives me to continue with the award program and to make sure that all our civil servants are recognized for their outstanding service. I want to challenge the entire civil service today. Continue to recognize your superstars in your agencies, your departments, your ministries, your portfolios. Make my job a bit more difficult. Give me a record number of applications for 2023 because we have so many amazing civil servants. We want them to see that we value them, that we appreciate them, and that we will award them. Let's get together and let's nominate as many civil servants as we can for the Employee of the Month and ultimately the Employee of the Year.
Did you all hear that? He wants a record number of nominations next year. I will now ask all of the CIG Employee of the Year Hall of Famers to stand as I call your name, starting with Nicholas McLean, Employee of the Year 2012-2013. Venice Tatum, Employee of the Year 2013-2014. All the way from the BRAC. Gidget Powell, Employee of the Year 2014-2015. Philbert McFarlane, Employee of the Year 2015-2016. We had a tie, a double victory in 2016-2017. The winners were Miss Aubrey Bodden and Miss Tristika Ebanks. Mr. Levi Allen, Employee of the Year 2018, who sadly departed this world too soon. And Miss Lisa Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Miss Lisa Welcome, our 2019 Employee of the Year. Ms. Welcome has held the title for 3 years, as there was no 2020 Employee of the Year ceremony due to, you guessed it, how's the black hat collection going? Are we at 500 yet? No? Okay. There was, however, a team awards ceremony to highlight and award the work of teams in 2020. Much of that work was related to COVID. With that said, I also invite a representative or representatives from the Department of Education Services Continuation of Education Excellence Initiative and the Sir John A. Cumber Primary School Lunch and Grocery Delivery Team, which was the winning team from the DG's 2020 Team Awards, to stand if you're in attendance, and I see you are. We will now have the presentation of trophies to the 2021 Employee of the Year finalists. To make the presentations, I'm going to call someone other than the Deputy Governor to the stage. I'm going to allow you to rest your feet, sir. I call to the stage His Excellency, the Governor. Finalists, I will call you to the stage by one and ask that you remain on stage for photographs. Starting with the January 2021 Employee of the Month, Miss Sherelle Clark. Miss Loretta Mack, February 2021 Employee of the Month. You can come on, that's fine. Mr. Lenford Wilkes, Employee of the Month, March 2021. Mr. Michael Ebanks, April 2021 Employee of the Month. Miss Denise Anderson, Employee of the Month, May 2021. Miss Erica Bodden, June 2021 Employee of the Month. Miss Kim Berry, Employee of the Month, July 2021. We have some Kim fans in the house too. Miss Ileana Marin, August 2021 Employee of the Month. The Ileana fan club has now been identified. I'm made to understand that Miss Estina Hamill is not here with us tonight. So I will move on to the October 2021 Employee of the Month, Mr. Hugh Bush. Miss Casey Mobley, November 2021 Employee of the Month. And Miss Olsey Jackson, Employee of the Month, December 2021. We have some fan clubs in here tonight. Sure. She would like a group photo. Would you like? No? Yeah, in a line across the front of the stage. Do you want me in this photo? I just heard you say tall people in the back. I just needed to know where I needed to be. Too tall. Okay, I'll just stand here then. Oh, more. Apologies. If we go over time by 5 minutes, blame the photographers. That was not a part of my script. We will also be presenting our Chief Officers' Choice winners with a small token. If you all would kindly stand so that an event ambassador can present you with your award at your tables. Where are my event ambassadors? Oh, they're coming from further afield. Where's Travel Cayman? We need to check on these inbound flight processes. Runway 1 cleared for landing. Thank you, event ambassadors. And congratulations again to the Chief Officers' Choice Award recipients. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for is upon us. No more suspense, no more wagers, no more educated guesses. To announce the 2021 Employee of the Year, I now invite the Chief Officer of the Portfolio of the Civil Service, Mrs. Gloria Macfield-Nixon, to the stage.
Wow. So what an evening it has been. I think we need to give another round of applause to our amazing 12 finalists. When we set off on our journey to become a world-class civil service just 5 years ago, we realized that what we needed to do was not to mimic any of the amazing examples of great civil service that we saw around the world. We've been able to work with some amazing teams within the UK civil service, the Canadian civil service, New Zealand, our counterparts in the overseas territories and around the region. And there are really many, many wonderful cases that we could look at. But as we examined the ingredients that are here within our civil service, we realized what the Deputy Governor said, that across our civil service, there are so many exceptional persons who go above and beyond to deliver exceptional customer service, to demonstrate great leadership, to develop the talent within their teams, to communicate effectively, and to ensure that we maintain the trust of those we serve by consistently delivering good service, and that we're able to maintain the very best standards at all times. So our challenge, therefore, was not to be anyone else. Our challenge was to take these many, many exceptional moments and to make them our business as usual. So what tool were we going to use to do that? And there's been a mantra that the Deputy Governor has had taped above his desk, and one that we all use every day: no more silent victories. The people that are assembled in this room today represent the very best of the very best. Exceptional persons who go above and beyond to make lives better, to deliver the government's priorities, to make sure that they know not just what it is that they have to do, but why it is they do it. So how amongst these many exceptional people do you choose just one? The Deputy Governor was not kidding when he tells you he's been very uncomfortable this past week. In addition to reading all of the wonderful nominations that have been submitted for our finalists, he also recalls the day that he went down there to give them their award. And he comes back and he talks about those experiences and how the team responded and how those individuals responded to being acknowledged. This year, the team made it even more difficult. So in addition to providing the performance of these individuals, they submitted to him each of their videos. So he got to hear from our finalists in their own words. And you have seen the videos. You know how much more difficult that has made it all. So think about this: 12 exceptional persons who give their very best to the civil service. Whether it is having a keen eye for being able to deliver productions and have the send-off that was fit for a queen, for a national hero, or whether it's the keen eye to detect that someone was trying to slip into our borders illegally and putting at risk the health and safety of our community. Maybe that keen eye is the keen eye that allows us all to sleep in our beds safe at night and comfortable, because we know that persons are keeping the bad guys out, as well as illicit drugs and weapons. Or whether it is the individual who realized that a little bit of technology could go a long way to help us connect with our customers. So many exceptional examples across the civil service. People who don't just do their job description, but find ways to use their skills to be an example and to make lives better. Persons who use policy to ensure that we can increase and enhance safeguarding and policing within our country. Or persons who can demonstrate that they understand the importance of making sure our civil service gets paid and making sure that we are able to support the people around them by knowing that we're going to be here and support you and that your managers see you. So many exceptional people. Or perhaps we will be looking at the exceptional persons who have used decades of experience to prepare Cayman's next generation of seafarers, the ones that we call our brand new Coast Guard that help keep us safe. How do you, with these very difficult choices, select just one? The Deputy Governor says he's been praying on it. We have seen him literally wringing his hands as I am up here today, because there have been so many exceptional civil servants. And these individuals join our Hall of Famers who already have been holding that flame high, showing what the civil service is all about, including Miss Lisa, who's been holding it for 3 years. She has very strong arms. She's okay. How do you choose just one? Well, while we were sitting there thinking about all of that, the Deputy Premier, being the Deputy Premier, said, "We can do better." So the Deputy Premier said, "We're going to find ways of recognizing these individuals." And then I heard other voices around the room, and someone confirmed that there would be an anonymous donation to recognize what the DG said, that we already have in this room 12 winners, and each of them will be receiving an additional cash prize. But we still need to choose one. So as the DG was sharing with me the rationale, and then this is always a difficult week, because he comes down and he says, Glo, I have it. And I'm like, sir, I don't know what's worse, watching you go through this process or having to hold this information until the night. I was like, you know I can't keep a secret with my face. My face tells all. I have no poker face. So I've been avoiding all eye contact all week. But it's really hard when you have so many shining bright stars. And so it was bound to happen eventually, after 9 years of doing this, that the amazing, bright, shining star, the Employee of the Year for 2021, would come from the little team that believed they could and did. An individual who understands the importance of a timely response and what that means to the life of someone and their families. Someone who understands what it is to answer the call at any time of day, and apparently even in the dentist chair. From the little team that believed it could and did, the POCS HR data team that delivered an amazing, amazing customer portal and is delivering a change in the way that we all work, but is led by an amazing person who's working both on legacy system and building the future. None other than Loretta Mack. Thanks, DG. While Loretta's just heading to get her acceptance speech, I also wanted to just say that many thanks to the government and particularly to the Deputy Premier, who has said that he believes this program is making a huge difference. There's so many unsung heroes that he's encouraging all of our managers to come forward and to recognize those people who routinely make lives better across these Cayman Islands, and to help ensure that those persons are appropriately appreciated and recognized. For the 10th year of the Deputy Governor's Award, we're upping the cash prize. So come 2022, 10 grand is on the line. Thank you, DP.
Hard to recover after that. Just seeing dollar signs. I now invite our new Employee of the Year, Miss Loretta Mack, to offer her acceptance remarks.
This is truly a huge honor to receive this award and being the Employee of the Year for the Civil Service for 2021. Mr. Manderson, thank you for nominating me for your Employee of the Month for February. I am humbled and I appreciate this award so much. I will always continue to make you proud and our wider civil service proud. To Elizabeth, who nominated me, thank you for recognizing my hard work and my dedication to not only our team, but our wider civil service. I truly appreciate you, even with our love-hate relationship. To Miss Gloria, the absolute best chief officer we could ever ask for. Thank you for choosing me to receive the Chief Officer Choice Award for 2021. You are an amazing leader, and you show us each and every day what it is to be an amazing leader. I'm so honored to be a part of your team. Thank you for all the support and advice that you give. Now, you know my team, my data team. I work with a group of amazing, amazing women. Joe, KP, Katrina, Wendy, Jody, thank you. Thank you for all of your support, because with your support, I'm able to stand here tonight. Thank you for making our team the best dynamic that it has, where we can all work together as one. That makes me perform at an even higher level, because I can come in and I'm comfortable and happy each and every day. To my colleagues who are here with me tonight, congratulations to you all. We are all winners. And last but not least, to my family, my husband and my children, thank you for never complaining, for the long nights, the weekends of my HRIs and my Vista. Thank you for always supporting me through it all. Thank you all.
I have the pleasure of working with Loretta every day, and I can attest to everything that everyone has said about her. She is truly committed, and she is always available. It may have been me that she answered when she was in the dentist chair, because I'm always calling, and every time I call, she answers. So she is an absolutely outstanding civil servant, and it is my pleasure to work with you every day. So congratulations to you, all of the Employee of the Year finalists, and our Chief Officer's Choice recipients. On behalf of the Deputy Governor, I would like to extend a very warm and special thanks to His Excellency, the Governor, Mr. Martin Roper, who has offered unwavering support for this program from the very beginning of his term. Tonight marks His Excellency's last attendance at the Deputy Governor's Employee of the Year ceremony, as sadly his term comes to an end in March. Your Excellency, your leadership and presence will be missed and your absence deeply felt. However, we are most grateful for the time you've been with us, and again, thank you for all you've done for our beloved Cayman Islands. I would also like to thank the Premier, the Honourable Ministers of Cabinet and other elected members of Parliament for their attendance and support of tonight's ceremony. Thank you to the Chief Officer of the Portfolio of the Civil Service for your continued support and sponsorship of this noteworthy program. Thank you to those chief officers, HR professionals, and other nominators who make a commitment to scan your organizations each month to identify those top performers who are worthy of nomination for this prestigious award. Thank you to the organizers of tonight's event and those civil service and private sector partners who helped to bring this show to fruition. While the list is exhaustive, you know who you are, and we sincerely thank each and every one of you for your efforts, commitment, and contributions, all of which made tonight possible. A very special thanks to our Department of Communications team who worked tirelessly to ensure a beautiful and well-run show. Although I mentioned the organizers as a whole a moment ago, it would be remiss of me not to mention the two chief organizers who work quietly or not so quietly in the background to bring this show together year after year. They cannot remain unnamed. And thankfully, I wasn't the only one to name you. And cannot be part of any blanket thank you. Miss Christine Wright and Miss Tara Bush, thank you, thank you, thank you for all of your hard work right up to this moment to make tonight the success that it is. Ladies, if you don't mind, would you kindly come to the stage to receive a small token of appreciation for all of your hard work and dedication? If you do mind, I did write that into the script. If you do mind, I'll have an event ambassador bring your token to you. What's your preference? Okay, they want it brought to them. May I have an event ambassador, please? Thank you, ladies. You ladies didn't wonder all night what the bouquets were about? Because you didn't order them. It was like the one thing you didn't do. Additionally, thank you to Mr. Eric Nicholson and Ms. Azitame Bodden for leading us in song and prayer, respectively. Thank you as well to civil servant Danielle Roberts for providing the lovely steel pan music during the networking portion of the evening. A very special thanks is extended to the colleagues, family, and friends of the nominees who came out tonight to support them. I see Loretta has her kids here. Wave, kids. Your mama won. I would like to thank the staff of the Kimpton for their hospitality throughout the evening. I think you will all agree that they facilitated a world-class event. Last, but under no circumstances least, to the Honorable Deputy Governor who created this remarkable and rewarding program, I wish to thank you on behalf of the civil service and everyone here tonight for your steadfast leadership, vision, and commitment to your people. As you would say, no more silent victories. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, that officially concludes the evening. Thank you for attending, and I wish you all a pleasant evening and a safe journey home. Thank you. One final announcement before you leave the room. The participants, nominees, are asked to stay behind for group photos. Thank you.